topic, we head into the SMB Insight. With the Insight now, we look at the issue to do with the IFRIS system, as the end users are pointing out system inefficiencies. When you look at the situation with the electronic physical receipting and invoicing system, Uganda Revenue Authority did introduce this particular one with the fact that they wanted to at least increase and improve on the revenue mobilization strategies that were laid, which is intended to manage the issues and centralized tracking of all invoices and receipts by specified taxpayers in Uganda electronically. But however, there has been a number of inefficiencies cited by different traders, people who are actually dealing in most of these, and these have reportedly affected the participating stakeholders, including the final consumer as well. Now, in the Insight here, we do have Francis Chisirinya, who is taking us through this particular one. He's from the membership department at the Private Sector Foundation of Uganda.
Your suppliers don't pay immediately. They can take a month, they can take 2 months, and so on and so forth. Now, the second issue that came out very strongly, especially from the service sector, the ICT companies, is the fact that payments take too long from government, yet you also have to pay VAT immediately. You make the invoices through the IFRIS system. Actually, there was a suggestion that, for instance, if you have done business for government and the government has not paid you, instead of you paying cash on an invoice that the government has not paid, why doesn't it why don't they deduct and you square it off at that point in time, so that you don't have to actually be bothered by funding government? I think that was a very big issue that has come through. The issues that came through from Dr. Julian is the challenges of working or supplying or getting customers for your goods who are not compliant with the tax system. Because, as you put it, the moment you supply the goods, okay, you are going to pay the taxes next minute or next day or next week. Yet, whoever you want to supply it to would like to take these goods on credit. And because you cannot fund the taxes, you demand and say, you pay me in cash, so that you are able also to go and pay the taxes. So what happened is that those buyers somehow declined to take the products, and in the end, the sales come down significantly, to the extent that the company is not able, the sales are not sufficient enough for you to break even, and therefore that pushes you in losses. And a number of companies, as you have put it, have already decided to stop operations because they cannot take more losses beyond what has been taken. Also, you indicated to us that the trucks that supply, for instance, upcountry, there are so many checks and verifications that are being made along the route that it slows down the movement of the truck, and a truck which could have spent 2 days takes 4 days in transit, which is additional costs. Of course, they are workers, they have to sleep, they have to eat, So all of those become a cost to the company, and therefore the company gets constrained to continue doing business. And you have cited yourself, Cheers in Kawempe, because of these constraints, you have now decided to close for the time being. You have also informed us that Bella Wines is facing the same challenges and is stopping production too, because of that. Dr. Sextoleko, I think in her submission, she also indicated that the small and starting businesses that are not yet reached the threshold for VAT registration, which is 150 million, are being denied opportunity to sell in supermarkets because they don't have the VAT registration, and therefore supermarkets don't want to stock goods on which they will not be able to recover the input VAT.
All right, and most of the traders are saying that this has been very inconveniencing because it has led to the rise in the cost of doing business. They have to at least have all these particular markings done. But on the other hand, Uganda Revenue Authority says that this is actually a fast mover in tax mobilization as well as tax collection, and also very important for the business community to at least keep up to speed with their business documentations and as well as their businesses. So that is something that goes either way. Both sides are win-win, but however, most of the stakeholders say it is quite inconveniencing for them to do business ever since it came in place. But then, on the other hand, there are also those who are actually saying it is better and it has made life doing business in the country more simpler for most of them. And that is it for the SMB Insight. After the break, we get into our weekly discussion of the topics that have been making rounds across the business world.